Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. So today this is the interview session. I know that this is my first video of the channel. Things might not go too smooth, but I have my buddy here today with me, Ronald. We're gonna talk about the industry, especially the Malaysia art industry lah. Okay, and we hope to learn something from Ronald. Also, we're gonna treat this as a yum cha session. In Malaysia, yum cha session is basically just chit chatting. Go out and
So
talk to
yeah,
your friend, have tea. That is what we talk about in Malaysia. Okay. Without further ado, let's have like introductions to everyone. Ronald, you're
introduce myself.
yeah.
Uh, okay. My name is Ronald Liew. I've been working in this industry for like 7 years already lah, so far in this gaming industry, and I'm currently working as a lead animator in Passion Republic for 7 years already, and then I've worked on games like Gears of War 4. Uh, I worked a bit on Astral Chain. Then there are other games like Shadow of the Beast, World of Demons, not that famous one, but it was a huge learning process. Then I think I spent a few years working on some projects from Platinum Games that were cancelled. Uh, yeah, but so far I've been working here for 7 years plus really with TMcheong, and I'm one of his close friends. So that's all about me.
Nice. I got super anxiety to work on this, but then whenever I feel like I need support, I always go with Ronald. So obviously he is my first guest here in this channel. Okay. I want to ask this question, like how it all started, because you say you are a lead animator and you've been working in the industry for 7 years already. How it all started from scratch?
Mm, God, start. Wow.
Wow, very,
Uh,
very hard to answer.
Last time I remember when I heard of Passion Republic, I just know that it's very exquisite, like very special, because they always call it like what the A team, all the Geng Chao people work there.
Whoa.
And then I remember like back in college, whenever the teachers show any work, right? Like every time you start a new semester, then the teacher will show, okay, this is your assignment, you need to do this. And then these are assignment examples. And then every semester, right, always got the same few names always come out, like TMcheong or Cal or William. I shout out to those guys like Cal and we. And then their work always like appear in front of the junior screen. I'm like, oh, these guys are every semester always the best work. And I remember like almost graduating at the time, I realized like those three guys, they all work in the same company, which is Passion Republic. And then I feel like if I'm gonna join any place, I want to join some place that has people with like high standards, like a lot of like really have high demand from themselves. And I wanted to be a part of a community like this. And I feel like Passion macam got that type of vibe. So then I go and I try to apply. I email them, I email Passion, and if your quality is not there, right, at that time, then the boss won't reply.
I
It's
know
like,
you have
oh,
like a
okay,
little story that you want to tell.
yeah. You want me to tell the story?
Regarding yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So like, for that time, the boss didn't reply me. So I think I sent my demo reel twice to Passion, and then like they didn't reply me or anything. Then I was like, my ego was like, 我不想接受, like, oh, I cannot accept this. I think they just didn't see any, probably in my junk folder or something. But then at that time, I remember I applied to another company, and then that company asked me to sign like a 2-year contract. And then I didn't really want to work in that company. So I just like, oh, you know what? I think I'll try and apply to Passion again. But if since they're not replying my email, then that time my mindset is like, oh, whatever you do, right? Like, if you're gonna do anything, always do your best, even if you fail. So the time my only last resort is like, okay, I'm gonna burn my demo reel to a CD, and I'm gonna walk to the office, and I'm gonna ding dong, I'm gonna pass my demo reel. So the time I remember, the time I was still my ex-girlfriend. Then I was like, hey, go cheat. 我要 burn 我的 CD, I will pass my CD to the office. So I drove all the way to Passion, and then I remember I saw the freaking stupid door, freaking vault door, like very exclusive.
Yeah, I'm
Just
gonna put a
ding dong.
picture somewhere later.
Yeah, like ding dong. And then like I remember there was like a CCTV looking at me like shit, I feel very insecure, like everybody judging me. Because from the outside of the Passion like door, right, you can actually hear people inside like laughing.
Yeah.
The time very real now, and I can hear a lot of people laughing. Then that time my feeling was like, 我在笑我是吗？因为 CCTV 在看着我。Then I'm like, oh shit. Then I just ding dong. Then I saw Mr. Patrick. Patrick is one of our lead modelers. And shout out to Patrick. The time his face very intimidating. He had this very like.
Now also what?
Now his voice a bit.
Sorry, Patrick.
Yeah. And then I remember he opened the door like halfway and then his head pop out like, hello, what do you want? I'm like, oh, can I see CERN? CERN is the boss name. And then he's like, he just pop back head inside and then he's like, CERN's not here. And I'm like, oh, this is my demo reel. Can you pass it to CERN? And then Patrick was like, oh, okay, let's take it. And it was bye-bye. That was it lah. And at the time, that was how I got my job actually. I think a few days later, then CERN boss emailed me and said, oh, just come over for an interview. And that's how I got my job. So I've been working here for 7 years ever since.
Very inspiring. Maybe I can tell you the other side of the story is I remember that time I'm a lead already that time. But I didn't go through all of the applications. Now the application is still from the boss. So I cannot remember if the boss did send your reel to me to have a look. I cannot remember. I just remember there's someone Patrick come back to us say, hey, someone sent in this application with them. We all laugh like so hard, but who still do that, who still burn your CD and come into the studio directly? I never heard of it before, seriously.
Yeah.
Usually we just send link and all, right? Then we'll be like, wow, damn, this guy is special. Then everyone in the team will just gather around in one small little PC that has the CD room one. Then put it in your reel, then you watch it, like, you're like, we're not sure. Yeah, we're not sure, but then wow, that effort really inspiring. That is what we love from as a teammate that is the people that we want to work with full of passion, just want to get a job here. Then told CERN like, let's do it, CERN. Let's give this kiddo Ronald a chance. But I'm also pretty young at that time. It's not like I'm very old, so
Yeah, you worked for 2 years.
Thank God we did that, and then now you're still with us. Super happy, man. But how it all started, as in like, why do you pick this major? Because as in an Asia country, parents will always want us to pursue, I don't know, like lawyer, doctor, and all. That is the path that they will guide you to, right? But how it started, why you pick art?
Man, that sounds so cringy. But I was gonna say like, you don't pick.
Don't tell me it's your ex-girlfriend.
No lah. My ex-girlfriend was a chef, man. Different. I think art is something that kind of picks you lah. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but it's kind of true because I remember back then I wanted to be a vet. I wanted to be like a doctor, animal type of guy. And I remember going to the vet's hospital that one time, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this. Even though I love animals and everything. But then when I was younger, and then they had all this orientation in the One Academy. And then for some reason, they put a lot of artwork everywhere. The moment you go in there, if you're an artist, you feel instantly connected. It's like, oh yeah, I want to do this stuff. I get to work on games. That time I remember TOA, they promote like, nice, Probably marketing is really nice. They really understand the target audience. They really they really know like what type of people they want to attract. People that are inspired by visual stuff, colors and everything. And I think the first thing that drive me was because I love playing games also. The time they had like a promotion like Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft. If you maybe have an internship there next time after you graduate or whatever. And I'm like, okay, sounds cool. And then I didn't choose animation first. It's more like oh shit, I wanna do like concept art. Like all the drawings are so cool. All the drawings are very nice. I like to draw also. I like to art. I like to read comics also. So it really like attracted me lah. And I just feel like, you know what, this is the direction I want to go to lah. I didn't know if it was like the best choice lah, but it felt right lah to me. So that's why I choose it. But you're
Damn.
asking more like why I choose animation. Or,
Yeah, yeah, you can.
or
No, I'm
instead of
asking the whole
modeling. Or,
thing lah. I'm asking the whole thing
oh.
lah.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I
why
mean,
you pick animation at the end? I thought you want
art
to go
law.
for concept art.
Oh, no. Well, concept art was like very, I don't know. I suck lah. I say so much. But then that time I was like a dancer. Like I always dance and I always compete as a dancer back then. And then like when I transitioned, when I started doing the first like bouncing ball, I remember feeling very like, wow, feels so magical. You know, the moment you see a ball bounce or boing boing, you're like, it's like a very magical feeling. Until now, also I still get that feeling. Every time you block out something, or it's like your idea, you do it right. It's like you have an idea in your brain and then you see it out, and you're like, that's the magic of animation. And then instantly I got hooked because I'm like, oh, this is just like dancing only. It's just that I'm not the one dancing with the characters dancing. Then I just felt like, okay, this is what I want to do. It felt natural. It felt like, oh, this is what my heart like wants to do more than more. I like modeling also. I just didn't like the UV then. But then I think like, wow, you do modeling, then you don't get to make it move and everything. Like, I want to bring life into something. I choose animation.
Wow. Nice. Mine is like totally different. Mine is just I just want to be the special kid lah. I just want to be the special one lah. I guess most of us want to be that lah, right? Because I mean at first I'm not gonna lie, I'm not so good in studying. That's the first thing. I actually don't know what I would like one lah, but I doodle a lot. All my textbook. I'm so sorry to my teacher if you are listening to this. I doodle a lot on my textbook. I was like, maybe I can draw. I like some designing and all. So one of my friend, Wei Heng, my friend, actually locked down that he want to study in the one academy. Then I'm like, okay, I'll follow. Then I thought that
Shout out
I'll
to Wei
be
Heng.
shout out to Wei Heng, my buddy. So I thought that I'll learn art also lah, but obviously the fees is quite a lot in the one academy.
Yeah.
But then when I went there, there's quite a lot of major that we have to pick, right? Then I look at like interior designer, graphic design. I'm like, oh, okay, those are some like quite interesting also. So I talked to my mom that maybe I can go with like graphic designer. I'm sorry if I said that out because my mom said, "Aiya, everywhere also the graphic designer one lah. You simply pick one is a graphic designer already." Sorry on to the graphic designer. Just want to be honest.
But that was the mindset back then lah.
Yeah, there was. And then same goes.
Then.
Then I'll be like, oh, maybe interior. Then my mom said the same thing. I go through
It's
the
like more than
brochure.
10 years ago.
Yeah, it is 10 years ago. I go through the brochure. I'm like, okay, so this is animation. What the heck is animation? I mean, I watch cartoon, but I'm not a fan of anything, to be very honest. But it sounds very, very cool. I guess that is the main answer. It sounded very, very cool. Just that only that. Just go in. I'm like, animation, let's do it. Yeah, and that's how I got this on. I'm super, super lucky that I have parents that support on my decision. Super, super lucky. Yeah, that's how
That's nice,
how I
man.
got it. Yeah, and then also Ronald, you did mention you work in Passion Republic for 7 years already. There's this one thing that I often there's quite a lot of people ask me on why are you still staying in Passion Republic after so many years. Then I want to ask you this question also. Why are you still staying in the same company? Why not go like overseas? I mean, especially Malaysian artists. In Malaysia, our industry is not as matured as the Western or the Europe. we are kind
Yeah.
of like growing. We always look up to those Westerner, Pixar and DreamWorks movie. Yeah, but why are you
Mm.
still staying here?
A few years ago, I think one of my close friends, shout out to William. I think William told me this, like, that kind of changed my life a bit. He said, like, Malaysia, actually, Malaysia, a lot of very talented people, but most of the talented people don't want to stay in Malaysia. Then I feel like, I remember hearing that one time, then I'm like, man, it's really sad. Or if like all the talented people leave Malaysia, then nobody's going to stay in Malaysia. It's going to be a bit sad for this industry.
Right.
Then I feel like, well, I love my country. Even if you go overseas also, there's definitely benefit, like probably get more money, a lot of things that you can do also. You can bring more like awareness to our country and everything. I understand. But then I feel like there needs to be some people that stay in this country, at least people that really care for the community. So that's one of my reasons. I love my country. Is that I understand that it's not perfect, a lot of like problems here and there, but then I feel I feel a lot of I feel like it's very meaningful to contribute to something that you believe in. Like for my country, we're not the best people in the world, but we always do our best. That's what I really like. And then also in passion, why I stay is because of the community. It's like the friends there are like the best of friends. Even some of them that they leave already, right? Until now, every day I'm still playing games with them. I'm still hanging out with them. It's a sense of like togetherness that gives life meaning. Right? I think if you go overseas, or I remember working overseas before, you feel a lot lonelier. When I was working in Japan also, there's a sense of loneliness and lack of support. But in Malaysia, there's a level of warmth that I don't think a lot of people experience from other countries. I don't know, maybe, but that's for Malaysia. I feel like there's this sense of like, hey, together that vibe out. Very warm. I really like it.
Nice.
Man, the last reason for me is definitely the leadership. If the leader, I'm aligned with the leader, or if the person that take care of passion, he has like a goal, like, okay, this is what I see for the future. And if I really believe in it, that's why I stay. Like other companies, I haven't met their bosses or whatever, but then like, I'm not sure if I'm aligned with their direction. But in passion, like I'm very aligned with the direction. I understand the value that they're trying to do. And I really believe in it. That's why I stay. Does
But
that answer the question?
how do you find this like, because it is very, how to say, it's kind of like a fate already, right? It's kind of
What do you
like a
mean?
fate that you work in like a Passion Republic. So, but then as for like a slightly younger artist lah, when they want to find a
Mm,
job lah, obviously they want to find a job like like you also ma. They want to
mm.
be in a studio that, the boss or whoever will care about them. What is the advice you have left from them? Like how to find this kind of job?
Just ask them. Last time before I joined Passion, right, I stalk everybody in Facebook. I'm like, hey, you got a Facebook page? Look at everybody's face. 全部是华人. Wait, can I speak Chinese? Can I speak
Can.
Chinese?
A bit,
Okay
not too
lah.
much. I'll put words there.
Okay. Sorry, my suddenly speak Mandarin. It's just my habit. Just stalk their page, stalk their Glassdoor, really understand what's. I think it's important to really understand the leadership and the direction. Leadership is the most important thing. Back then, when I was getting interviewed by Sun, the Passion's boss, right, you can really tell his personality, and you can really tell that his desire to understand and his desire to grow. And as long as the leader for that company has something that you believe in also, and you think that, okay, this guy has the right intentions, I think you should focus on those type of companies. Not to say other companies they don't have also, because not every company you get a chance to talk to the boss. But then
Right,
find your
right.
way to really understand the culture and then the leadership. If you feel like this culture and this leadership is healthy and it's the place you want to be in, right, then that's where you should invest your time in. Does that answer the question?
I think so. I think so. Then now come the juicy part.
Eh?
When do you think is the time to leave the company? I mean, not particularly,
Ah,
just like in Passion Republic. I just want to
mm,
know your thoughts lah for other people that is that first started into a job. Like, when is the best time? Because I mean, we as an Asian, we always have this
mm,
vibe that let's do it. You know, we have to tank it, no matter what is the problem. We have to tank it. You know,
yeah.
maybe it's our problem. We want to be better also. You know, that is what I've learned from my family. But sometimes
Mm,
some of the studio are too bad that you can't stay there for too long, right? You will burn all your
yeah.
passion about art and all. Then yeah, I want to know from your point of view.
Yeah. Mm, I think when it's time to leave, or is when you feel like there's somewhere else that you feel be happier there. Like I just keep it simple. I don't think there's any company that's gonna be perfectly like inside there. You're gonna be happy, like I'm happy all the time. It's gonna be like every company you choose, they have a set of challenges that you have to deal with. There's no perfect like company, and then you have to really question yourself, like, are you really happy here? Do you believe in this company? Do you believe in this place? Do you believe in the community, or do you feel like there's other places that you feel like you'll be happier in? If the answer, if you're happy other places, then just leave, if you feel like you're not aligned with this current company and you're not happy here, or people are abusing you, like people are harassing you, whatever, and then the leadership not doing anything about it, then you should leave lah. Those type of places. Or maybe the projects you're working in the current company you're not interested in, then and then you feel like other projects you feel like you grow more in other companies, then you should probably leave. Things just that simple. Nothing
Mm,
that
okay.
complicated for me.
This is a good advice for all the younger artists lah. But
Mm.
what about you as an experienced artist? What is your
Mm.
thought? Is it the same with whatever you have suggested just now?
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. If I don't believe in my company, then I'll leave it. Yeah. If I don't believe in the leadership, then I will leave. If I feel like other places have better things to offer me, then I'll go. But so far, I think I'm happier here for now.
Mm,
Like the people here, I guess. Impression.
nice, nice, nice. You did mention quite a lot of time about healthy culture and all. I know it is
Mm.
quite a vague thing to talk about what is healthy. If you talk about healthy, that is slightly easier to understand, right? And what do you mean by healthy in the company?
I think healthy is when everyone's not overly competitive with each other. Everyone's supporting each other. If like
Mm,
healthy is when you say something out that you really feel, and then nobody's judging you about it. Everyone's wanting to understand more. Like, okay, why do you think like this? Oh, really? Yeah, okay. Then everyone's trying to elevate each other. It's like no one's trying to put you down. Like, hey, 说你这样穿衣服 sorry, Chinese. Why you wear shirt like this? Damn ugly. Like, don't have this type of vibe. Healthy is more like, oh, okay. It's more, everyone is more interested instead of interesting. I think that's the Pixar.
mm,
That's a Pixar type of like mindset, right? It's like people we hire in Pixar. I think one of the interviews they say like we want to hire people that are more interested than interesting, people that are curious. And I think
mm,
that's healthy. Like if everybody is constantly curious to know more about each other and how we can support each other more, encourage each other more, I think that's important.
agreed.
That's
Totally
healthy.
agree.
Yeah,
Totally agree, man.
yeah, that's what I think.
But then that is not easy, right? Because we work as a team. Sometimes it is
Yeah,
just so hard to expect all this level of energy from everyone in the team. Especially now, our team is considered pretty big, but it's not like
yeah,
huge. But then it is
yeah,
it's so hard to maintain that kind of energy. I mean, as a lead animator, you have to have the full energy, right? Or for sure,
yeah.
right? In order to inspire people and all. But how do you do that?
Mm.
Because like I mean, in this interview, you're showing a lot of energy, really, a lot of like, passion
Oh my god.
about yeah, energy, a lot of passion about this industry. We haven't really even go in depth to talk about animations. I can already feel the
Yeah.
passion, but How do you do that?
Energy.
How do you maintain that?
Got this book here. Aha! Start with why. Can you read it? It's a very good book. I recommend this.
Nice,
Actually,
nice.
you don't need to read this book. You read the title, good enough.
Just read the cover.
Super nice. But then actually a lot of people don't know, but every Sunday night I always spend like 2 to 3 hours going for long walks. Always like in my house nearby one taman, I always walk around for 2 3 hours just to like reorganize my brain and really clarify what I want in my life. But I think the simplest answer to answer like how to maintain your energy is really start with why. Really know why you're doing what you want to do. If I'm going to the gym, I don't know why I go to the gym, then tomorrow I don't go gym again. Like if I have a vision of okay, I want a 8-pack, I want like girls to want me type of thing, then you automatically push yourself to the gym. The energy will come as long as there's the right intention, the right why, the energy will be there. So I think. And
Wow.
I think I remember another reason is like I went to a Tony Robbins seminar last time. Tony Robbins, shout out to that guy. If you know who he is, then you guys know lah. He's a famous he's not a guru, he's a famous life coach type guy. But I think he asked a really, really good question that kind of like changed my life. Also, he said like, where do you think energy comes from? Right? And then a lot of people say, oh, it comes from your sleep, it comes from your food, it comes from your exercise. But then he asked back them like, okay, some people they sleep like 8-9 hours, they still feel tired. I think a lot of people feel that before. And some people you eat a lot of food, you get more tired. And then so where does your energy come from? And then in his opinion, which I do really agree with, your energy comes from your psychology and how you choose to present yourself. Because like as long as you want to be energetic, your energy will be there. It's a decision. I think it's really a decision. No matter how tired you are, I've seen people like fast for how many days or they can still like jujitsu roll here and there, like because they decide like, okay, I got the energy, my energy is here, and then your energy will come out. So it's kind of lame to say like your energy comes from your psychology or whatever, but
Lame.
there is a level of truth. But it's true lah. I mean, you gotta decide lah. That's why I think, yeah. Hope that answers the question.
Wow, that's very, very deep. But I feel like as a normal human, the energy will not like maintain like that level like all the time, right? I'm sure there are some lows, but I'm more interested to know like how low, how low and how you climb back up to the same frequency, or would it be like even higher?
Sorry. So your question is like, have I been in my very, very low state before or what?
Yeah, and how you climb back up.
Oh shit. Okay. My low state. Oh yeah, okay. Well, this one's like very deep one. It's not how deep, are you sure?
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
I
For the
think
audience.
it's quite personal. I remember at that time I had like a very serious mental breakdown. I was like very angry with my mom. And I was mad at everything. And then I think I was listening to a podcast explaining like a lot of people that suffer because of their preference and expectations of how they prefer things to be. And then I think there's a lot. It's very hard to admit that is true, because a lot of people when they hear this type of advice, it's like no, 不是我的问题，就是他们的问题. It's the other people's fault. They shouldn't do this to me. You shouldn't do this to me. You should be better. As a father, you should be better. As a mother, as a brother, you should be better. But then it's all our preference and expectation of how we prefer things to be. Because at the end of the day, the whole world really don't owe you anything. So when I listened to that podcast, I remember thinking like, actually my parents already do their best with me. So, and then his advice is always like, if you can, you trade all your expectations for appreciation. It means everything you expect. Okay, I prefer my mom to be more reasonable. But the other side is like, okay, at least I have a mother. because I know some of my friends, they lost their mom already. Like a few friends, they lost their mom already. And then I'm still complaining about whether my mom is about this. I'm like, you know what? At least I have a mom. I'd rather have an unreasonable mom than not have a mom. And then also for my dad, my brothers, and everything, people that I throw my expectations on, right? I take it back and I remember, okay, at least they're still alive in my life. Those type of things make me accept the things I cannot change and then focus on what I can control, which is myself. Like I cannot, the truth is like you cannot control the world. Like a mom will be the way she is, dad's gonna be the way that he is, your friends, your colleagues, they're gonna be the way that they are. And to a certain extent, you're gonna have to accept it and be like, you know, the only thing I can control is really my thoughts and my actions. And then you put that. That's how I always rise back up. Every time I drop down really low, I always remember, okay, the world's gonna be the way that it is. But is it really that bad though? For me, I don't think so. It can always be worse. And then focus on what you can do. And the only two things I remember, the Stoic, one of the books that they say like the only two things you can control is your thoughts and your actions. Everything else you cannot control. How people look at you, how people see you, you cannot control. But you can control how you think and what you do. And that's how I always direct my energy here. Okay, what can I do? What's the best thing to do? And that's how I overcome those. And ever since I like accept my parents and okay, I really love them unconditionally. That's when everything gets better. They really feel like okay, this guy wants the best for me. I'm gonna do my best for him also. And then that's how, like me and my family now is like super close. Every day I was like, hi mom and dad in Cantonese.
Wow, that's nice. Like it is really deep, to be honest, because I am like a totally opposite, guy, from you. My brain is very straightforward. Back then, my brain is very straightforward. As an artist, I just want to make the best art ever, but I never really know that my mode will affect my work so much, or even my career. When things are not doing well, obviously with a lot of personal problem, like family issue and all, that will really drag me down, so much, and I can't even produce like a decent work. Because saying it as my own point of view lah, obviously, right? We are the most harsh, guru to ourselves, right? So, and that is where I really understand, oh, actually we need to spend effort and deal with our mental also in order to keep pursuing perfect. It's not
Mental
just
health.
about the craft. That is what I learned throughout all these years in the industry. Because I am too direct already, I just want to make things better. I just want to make my animations the best ever. But that didn't help. And the more I learn about how to control my mental, or how to talk to myself like properly, so that really helps me. That really it's like a skyrocket. I even go beyond my improvement graph. I go exponentially like that. So I strongly suggest people to spend some more effort and time to do with things in here. Well, besides just animation. Well, getting all this from Ronald, as a experienced animator, I think it is something that we have to at least think about it, lah. Nice one.
Mental health.
Very, 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 very deep.
Never neglect.